Alrighty. What we have here is Cooper's with a twist. I have a keg of it, and I had some extra bottles. This is the one we made different with the 9 ounces of homemade, homegrown Cascade hops and 2.5 pounds of honey. And we've had it in the bottle, aging here now for two weeks or so, and in a keg for the same. So we're going to open this bomber and get a taste test on this one, and we'll compare it to the last brew, which was just plain Cooper's. I got my sheets out here in front of me so I can rattle on the information and get it wrong all the time anyway. So I'm going to open it with my favorite church key, which those who know have ever seen that show Gas Monkeys. I still got one of their keychains here, or church keys. So we're going to open the bomber. We got some hiss on there and a little what the Brits call cannon smoke. So I'm going to pour some for me and some for the wife, and then I'm going to readjust the camera to show what we got going on. So she's pouring really nice and carbonated with a golden hue. The wife's glass will be on the right. Nice color, nice golden hue. Should make two beautiful glasses of beer here. I don't see some yeast in the bottom of the glass. I might have taken a little bit more than what she's got there, but that's what happens when you're the brewer. So this is going to dive right in.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know what I'm tasting yet here. One more taste. I'm definitely getting a back taste of honey. The orange blossom honey. The USO5 yeast has made it a little crisper and cleaner. And hops are coming through because I made it with the hop water at a 180-degree temperature, I do believe. It's given a little bit of bitterness, but some more floralness, which I didn't know I'd get the floralness at the end there. So one more taste on this one. It tastes very malty. It's malty flavored with a little bit more bitterness than normal. The head retention is fading, but it started off at like a two-finger head. I'm not a good reviewer, but in comparison to the other one, the first batch I brewed with their recipe with the sugars instead of the honey came in at 4.7% alcohol ABV. And this one being brewed, I got my sheet out here, with the Cascade hops and the honey, came in at 5.11%. So she's a good, well, a little over 1 point, or a little under 1 point more than the other original brew. Otherwise, the honey gives it a nice yeast energizer, just to kick it off. I said she started off at 1043, and she finished at 1.004, which is almost a dry finish, but yet given a nice, the carbonation is beautiful, given a nice honey flavor at the end, I'm going to say. Yeah, compared to the original one with the sugars, which had a different taste with their yeast. I'm sure the yeast was what made it taste that the way it did in the beginning, which whatever type of generic yeast it is. USO5 is a cleaner, crisper, genetic type yeast, I guess you would call it. And she does a nice job. My hops, they're there. They're merging with the original hops, which I don't know what they were. They might have been Motueka, not 100% sure, or Aloha hops. So the wife is sitting over there. She's got her beer. Let's see what she's saying here at the same time.
I think it's pretty good. I get the honey. It's got a nice mouth flavor. I don't have that cardboardy flavor anymore, and it's quite tasty.
Shocking that this battery doesn't last as long as the other one. It's almost dead. Yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I would definitely give this, being that it's made without a no-boil system, I'd give it about a 7. On my 1 to 10 book, maybe 6 to 7. You know, it's not a bad beer. It's better than the original with the sugar, I do believe. What do you think, hon?
I said I think it's very tasty.
Compared to the original.
Oh, much better than the original.
Much better than the original with the sugars. Which I have a bottle of that we can compare it to right now, if we so choose. But you got to be in a beer drinking mood, I guess. This battery on this camera is not lasting. Would I make this beer again? Well, for the price range, it's on the little high side. I think I can make beer a lot cheaper just with, for instance, if I use my hops and some 2-row malt, I can brew a batch of beer. I'm not including the gas or the water. With the yeast, package of yeast, about $4, about $12 or $13 worth of malt, and then my hops are free, so I can do a batch for like $14 and get a nice batch of beer for around $14. But I like to up it and put all kinds of malts in there and brew beer. The next beer I'm going to be making is probably a coconut brown, which this beer here we're tasting here, this Cooper's, tastes almost what I'm going to be going for, and only with a coconut flavor. Yeah, I've brewed one with liquid malt extract before, just shooting the water in from the kitchen sink and not taking a hill of beans whether I treated the water with metabisulfate to remove the chlorines and chloramines like I did on this one, on both of these beers, all my beers that I use my water on. And I brewed it in the kitchen. Oh, this was years ago, and it was terrible. Not even a drummer would drink it. And I forgot about that one. Yeah, I think we dumped that one out, actually. That was not a good experience. It had a funny smell to it. It probably had an infection, as far as I'm concerned, but she was not a good one. So on 1 to 10, these Coopers, these ain't bad. 6 to 7, I rated that. A fast, easy brew. I did it in between brews because I didn't want to do the grains there in the winter. My faucet was frozen. So I said, this is easy to do with some water from the house there. We carried it out there and we brewed it. So, otherwise, if you ever tried it, try it. I know Craig too brews quite a few of these. Always has. So I'm going to say until next time, stay thirsty. I don't know if I'm going to dig the other one out and compare it, but I know from memory the other one had a taste that is a little different than this, and I'm sure it's definitely the honey. and the hops have made a big difference, and the yeast. You know, the yeast always makes a big difference. So if you're going to try this, try throwing away their yeast using USO5 yeast. Try adding some more hops to it. You can dry hop it. You can do anything to this type of beer. You know, if these are the kits you make, that's your choice of making. And you can always up your game to all grain later, brewing in a bag later. It's a lot of fun. There's all kinds of ways to make beer, good beer, and have fun doing it. So, until next time, stay thirsty. That's about all I can say about this review. It's been pretty good. Like I say with the honey, this was orange blossom honey. It just made it a different tasting beer altogether. From the original kit. There's a flavor there that I can't put my finger on because I'm not a good reviewer. Almost like a melon flavor. But I'm sure that's my Cascade hops doing a floral bit there. So if I didn't say it before, again, stay thirsty, stay hungry, all that kind of stuff. Until next time, Proust.